called a friends with benefit situation. No, it is actually a relationship, but they're just fuck buddies basically.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
about. There are relationships where these people are polyamorous. Most of the girls and young boys who are in relationships, they have no business being in relationships.
Fact. Fact. Period.
You say you want to have a relationship with me. Okay, it is okay for me to ask you, this relationship, do you see it getting anywhere? Or what is the goal of the relationship? If you tell me, okay, oh no, I honestly do want to settle down. I want to settle down in the next 2 years. Because if you truly know what you want and you're not scared, I do not see why you cannot communicate that. Oh, okay, well, I intend to get married in the next 5 years, but I do not also want to start jumping around. At least for these first 2 years, I just want to la vida. And you are the one I want to la vida my life with. Are you down for la vida? And let the girl tell you, oh, I want to la vida if you only had the discussion. So, all this thing of talking stage and kini, then, child, somebody who really knows what he wants in this life, or she wants in this life, if you tell that person, oh, I don't want to get married to you, I don't even see you in the marriage front, sir or ma, I don't like you, you're attractive, I just want a knack. Bro, there is a girl and there's a guy that will accept it.
Sure,
that's
like, funny enough, there are more guys and girls that are actually in for the night. They don't even want relationship. Like if you walk up to like 8 or 7 out of 10 girls with,
I asked her, I'm telling you, and I know she got really pissed, but I'm like, bruv, I don't send your papa. I told her, I asked her, where do you see yourself in the next 2 years?
Okay.
And what kind of guy would you like to date? She said, she wants the baby girl treatment. She wants to be taken care of. She wants a guy who would buy her whatever she wants and fly her wherever she wants to go to. She would give the guy love and affection and blah, blah, blah. And I said, do you realize that you cannot be on the same table with a guy who earns at least 2 million every month? And she says, why would I say such a thing? I said, but what do you have? Do you have mental capacity to carry discussions that are beneficial to him? Do you think you can even if he wanted to just keep you as a side piece, do you think you can keep him? And our culture, I would say, and I dare say, is subjective.
Yeah, of course.
There was a time when women were not given chieftaincy titles. Now we have Chief Miss and Chief Mrs.
Yeah.
I mean, our Chimamanda Adichie is a chief now.
She's a chief now, yeah.
And there was a time it was a taboo. So that's why I said, our culture is subjective. So when we say, oh, the culture, there's a culture, that culture what? There was a time that even in the Igbo culture, if a woman dies, they shave her head, and they do all of that thing. Has it not been abolished?
Bata bata, bata bata, bata, box.
Turn it up. I told you now.
You are worse than me.
Another year is ending. Sure, you didn't whine me.
Okay, welcome to the Butterbox podcast. My name is Benji, and it's been a wonderful week. Even if you're just in the second day of the week, I've been having an amazing time. And yes, we're back with another issue, as my friend would like to call it. And today we are going to be looking at the topic: Nigerians divorce and breakup spree. I'm sure that's a very popular topic that has been discussed on different platforms, and you lot already know a lot about this particular topic, and most of you can relate, even though I can't relate because I'm still like in the streets. But anyways, I'm here with my friend today. I don't know if I would call her a friend, but she's so much more than that to me personally. I don't know if I am like on that level for her, but you get to hear from her. Ladies and gentlemen, I am with Veronica OAP of Correct FM Calabar. How are you doing this evening?
Good evening, Benji, the talk machine. How are you?
I'm fine, man. It's been like 30 years, 40 years.
I'm not that old.
but I've missed you. Like, guys, this is going to be like a mini reunion, like mid conversation, because we have like a lot of catching up to do. A lot.
That one is sharp. That's true.
But how have you been? How have you been for real? How's life?
Here and there, Nigerian normal shiggy here and there. I've been pretty good. It's a fast lane every time.
Yeah.
It's a fast every time.
But
it's been good. It's been good. Also.
Yeah, that's good. But there was a time like I heard like a kind of rumor that you were outside Nigeria, that you jackpot and left us.
That was around. It was something around. I love my country.
So you came back. Why did you go back?
I love my country.
Okay.
It was supposed to be a school situation.
Okay.
My brother was the one influencing it. He didn't want me to finish service. Wanted me to leave. Long as that short, I said no.
You love your country.
Yes.
Patriot.
I will leave people when I want to go for my postgraduate, my graduate.
But you carry me. But you carry me. You know. We've discussed this. You're going to carry me.
My problem is you're not loyal.
Me? No. I would change. New year, new me. 2023. That's the energy everywhere. She does not believe me. Alright, Nigerians divorce and breakup spree is what we are talking about. I'm sure you have you've been seeing these stories come up every single day. Probably your friends tell you stories, or you see stories on the internet, social media, everywhere. But I'm sure it's something almost everybody experiences almost every day. So the first question I'm going to ask, like, do you think what we are experiencing currently, this generation is experiencing when it comes to relationship, intimate relationship, do you think it's caused by social media or the internet?
I don't think we can blame social media totally.
Okay. Totally.
Because yes.
Okay.
We can't blame social media totally. I mean, there's some percentage of it that will go to social media, but I mean, I cannot say it is totally social media because everybody now adults.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
So the social media is not like just an engine or a robot that dictates. What is on social media is content made by human beings.
Yeah.
You know, most times we do not even know the ages of the people who post these things.
Yes,
some of them come to social media and lie.
Exactly.
They are I call them agri children. People like us who grew up really fast that we don't look our age.
Yeah.
We look way older than our ages.
Yeah.
And that's just how our bodies are. So some baby adult comes on online because he has a phone or she has a phone and posts something and says, if you are this, you should do this. If you are not doing this, I can't stand for it. And other people
follow suit.
Then pass that school of thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, and then begin to apply that in their personal lives. That is no blame on social media. Yes, the social media, the percentage I would give to social media, I said I give a percentage because it is uncensored.
Yeah.
It is very much uncensored, and because we are exposed to diverse content, and I'd say diverse with so much emphasis, diverse content. A lot of people are in doubt of who they really are, or what they want.
Okay.
So I would give that percentage of blame to social media. But the rest of it, the human being, the human adult who chooses to get into a school of thoughts that doesn't sit well with their marital life or their relationship life or their personal choices, that's your business. That's your fault. It's your flaw. You know, I mean, now I think Ned Woko and Regina Daniels, their relationship, their marriage. A lot of people before then were dragging Regina Daniels.
Yeah.
Presently, people are applauding her.
Yeah.
That, she has stood her ground. She has proved that she's not she's proven she's not a child.
Yeah.
You know, Mercy Johnson too, who is also married. There was a time when there were dragons. She's the second wife. Blah 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 blah. But now she's been applauded that she's keeping her home.
Yeah.
You know, we can go on and on. The Yul Edochie saga, the Edochie family.
Yeah.
The Yul family. It is still a continuous process of dragging.
Yeah. I think there was like an issue yesterday or today too.
we can go back and forth with whatever social media says. The other day that the Freeze was on his page and he was trying to explain that, there was nothing wrong with premarital sex as far as you people are a couple. That is what he was saying. And the Christian brothers and sisters on social media are going ballistic. I cannot say, let me just round it up. I cannot say we will blame social media totally. Social media has done so much more for us. I cannot also balance it out that, it has done more bad than good or more harm than good to people. It's relative.
Okay, so
it's very
judging from what you've said now, okay, you are blaming like social media partly, and then the other part comes from we ourselves as adults. So can we say that our culture and our beliefs also have like a part to play in this also?
It's in Nigeria. We are a multi-ethnic country. In Cross River State alone, there are different tribes and different languages. There are similar lifestyles, but not all of them are the same. So, the country we are in now, it is not in some of these other countries, the Arab guys that have, what's it called now? They have one culture.
Yeah.
They have, and it's tied to their religion.
Yeah.
So there is almost no disparity. Although things are changing now. I mean, Afghanistan is seeing the stress of it.
Yeah.
Things are beginning to adjust. Some Muslims outside Afghanistan are saying, the way they are going about it, the Taliban, this is not what Allah said and all of that.
Yeah.
Things are evolved gradually. The only people that I know are really not having so much issues are the Jews. but my point is, here in Nigeria, we have a very vast cultural nature. It's
exactly.
Very vast.
And most of them just confuse everybody. You don't even know where you are.
It's very vast. And our culture, I would say, and I dare say, is subjective.
Yeah, of course.
There was a time when women were not given chieftaincy titles. Now we have chief miss and chief misses.
Yeah.
I mean, our Chimamanda Adichie is a chief now.
She's a chief now, yeah.
And there was a time it was a taboo. So that's why I said, our culture is subjective. So when we say, the culture, there's a culture, that culture what? There was a time that even in the Igbo culture, if a woman dies, they shave her head, and they do all of that thing. Has it not been abolished? Now the traditional, what's it called? The traditional guys, and there's a word I'm looking for. I don't know, my head's not wrapping around it. But basically, they are under the government now. Chiefs are dethroned. Chiefs do not have so much weight anymore. Here in Cross River State, the governor decides, and other states, the governor decides what chief sits and what chief doesn't sit. So this is not a matter of, you were born into the royal family and blood. That is the old thing. So
they get appointed and all of that.
They get appointed. They're like what? PAs and SAs now.
Wow.
It is what it is now. So this is subjective. It's subjective. You can't even say before now I could have said, okay, maybe our culture. By default, if we won't want to follow culture, our culture should, if we want to use culture or what it used to be, we would say, our culture is one of the strongest when it comes to marital ties.
Yeah.
Our culture and what we also came to see growing up enhanced stronger bonds in family. It abolished divorces.
Okay.
If we want to go by culture. We have very strong ties to marriage. We know that marriage is an institution.
Yeah.
Exactly. In short, I am aware that in some certain culture there was separation at some point, but not divorce. That's why you would have some children who would say, my mother lives in so and so place. I go and visit her. I go and visit my father here. They are not divorced. They are separated. The families just agreed that the husband should be in this side and the wife should be. That is why when the wife cheats or the husband cheats, there are also laws or there are also rituals that should be done to cleanse and then reunite them or separate them.
Okay.
Our culture allows that.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get to where this all starts, where relationship all starts. That is dating or talking stage, as some people would like to call it. I know some people nowadays see talking stage as a waste of time, and something that they really not want to do or really not want to get into if they want to be in a relationship. But I actually think that here in Nigeria or here in Africa, we are actually mixing the whole thing up. Because for me, what I know or what I understand dating to be is the process is what we call courtship. I think it's the process of you getting to know someone to understand if I would be able to be with this person long term, or if this person is good enough for me, if we are compatible, if the connection and everything is there. That's what I think the whole dating term should be. But I don't want to put it in any generation, because I wanted to say the Gen Zs, but it has been way longer than that. The way we are seeing it now is literally dating is literally like second pre-marriage. The way the whole thing is right now. And then you see some funny standards that these young ladies or women and men place, that my boyfriend has to have a house, a car, and probably they would want to like live together, and then they start bringing in the whole financial issues that has been causing so much trouble on the internet since I don't know, because it's been a whole lot recently. It's been a whole lot, and I think everybody has just taken this whole dating thing to another level, which is not supposed to be.
Well, you see, there is apart from the dictionary meaning of relationship, I don't think there is a streamline what it should be relationship, right?
Okay.
What we know is what we grew up to see.
Yeah.
People got exposed, went to different climes, traveled to the north, traveled to the south, traveled to the east, traveled abroad, and saw that the way they do theirs is different from the way we do ours.
Yeah.
What we grew up see is different from what these people see. And then you see, when somebody else comes from maybe in the north and says that, in the north you cannot even date somebody. If you want to get married to her, go all the way to her father's house and go and ask her hand in marriage. They could say that. In the south, they'll tell you, no, dating is a no. One would say, you can date. The other one would say, we're Christians, So it changes. But you see, where my anger came out from is when somebody somewhere comes and says, this is a right way to date.
Exactly.
There is no right or wrong to it. The same way that humans are different, our likes and our wants and desires are different, we should also realize that people also will evolve with the level of exposure they get.
That's why we see some of these. Okay.
Yeah, there was a time when we knew relationship as boyfriend, girlfriend, neighborhood people. Yeah. And they get married maybe later on in life. Yeah. Now, it is no longer boyfriend, girlfriend, later get married. No.
At all.
There are people who are in relationships because they just want a consistent sexual partner because they are trying to avoid STDs and STIs. And it is not called a friends with benefit situation. No. It is actually a relationship where they're just fuck buddies, basically.
Yeah,
That's about it. There are relationships where these people are polyamorous. They say, love each other, but we also like to spice it up, quote unquote, and involve other people. My heart is big enough to carry more than one person. And then there's the people who want to actually get married. I personally am of the opinion that if you do not want to settle down in the nearest future, I do not see why you are looking for a committed relationship.
Sure, exactly. I think that's the problem these days. That is one of the major problems these days. People
talking stage. There's nothing wrong with talking stage. It's just people don't just ask the right questions in talking stages.
Even in dating themselves, they don't ask the right questions.
They don't know
these days. I wonder what they even do when they are dating themselves.
These people don't know what they want. See, it's the truth. Most of the girls and young boys who are in relationships, they have no business being in relationships.
Facts.
Because if I ask you, you say you like me, or you're beginning to grow fond of me. Yeah. Okay, that's normal. I mean, you have feelings. It should happen. I'm an awesome person. Yeah.
Facts. Period.
You say you want to have a relationship with me. Okay, it is okay for me to ask you. This this relationship, do you see it getting anywhere? Or what is the goal of the relationship? Oh, I want to date you because I like you and it's vibes on vibes.
Well, I understand.
Yes, now, if you tell me, okay, oh no, I honestly do want to settle down. I want to settle down in the next 2 years. My friend who started dating again ending of last year.
Yeah.
The guy who she's dating told her, look, I want to settle down next year. I'm not telling you this so that I can begin to organize your life. I'm telling you this so that you can know that I am not here to joke. And I am not also against, I'm not against divorces. If you feel like you're going to fake this till you get into the house and you mess up in the house, I'll divorce you. No, this is not even. So it is I am serious situation. If you know you're not serious, stay the fuck out of my life. And that's it. But each time we have people bring up these discussions, because I remember there was a guy recently who said the same thing to me, and he said, no, although not the I want to get serious in my life situation. Oh, he said he likes me, we're not going to be in the relationship. And I asked him, I said, what is the goal? So that I know if this is what I want as well.
Exactly. Me no can you go where you don't know.
He was flared up and he said, we should just see where it goes. I said, no, sir, my life is not just see where it goes. I'm God's child. There is a plan.
Yeah, sure.
And this is not in any way forcing your hand to marry me. They tell you that if I was bad. It is not in any way forcing your hand. Most guys, any guy who begins to fidget when a woman asks that question of what is the goal, then he himself doesn't know what he wants.
True.
Because if you truly know what you want and you're not scared, I do not see why you cannot communicate that. Oh, okay, I intend to get married in the next 5 years, but I do not also want to start jumping around. Exactly. At least for these first 2 years, I just want to la vida. And you are the one I want to la vida my life with. Are you down for la vida? And let the girl tell you, oh, I want to la vida, but just in case I see somebody else who wants to get married to me, I'm also down with getting married that period. I go clear you say, guy, I won't marry, and I see somebody who wants to marry me. This is gonna hurt because you're gonna spend time with that person.
Sure.
But my point is, you could have avoided a lot of things if you only had the discussion. So all this thing of talking stage and kini, people are the ones stressing themselves. It's because you're dealing with a child, somebody who really knows what he wants in this life or she wants in this life. If you tell that person, oh, I don't want to get married to you, I don't even see you in the marriage front, sir or ma, I don't like you, you're attractive, I just want a knack. Bro, there is a girl and there's a guy that will accept it.
Sure,
there's
that's
like,
funny thing enough, funny enough, there are more guys and girls that are actually in for the night. They don't even want relationship. Like if you walk up to like 8 or 7 out of 10 girls will definitely tell you that yes, they will just want to knock. Simple. So there's really no need for stressing or doing all those or lying or all those kind of things.
We're not children anymore.
At all.
We're not children anymore.
That's why I said when I started blaming these Gen Z people, because they are the ones that came up with all these nonsense standards and everything. You could imagine, like yesterday on Twitter, I saw.
And JC, sorry to cut you before you go on with Twitter. There is nothing wrong with somebody having standards.
No doubt about that.
In these girls and these guys who themselves do not have standards. So you see a girl who I had a conversation with one Unical girl here, and I was laughing throughout. I asked her, I'm telling you, and I know she got really pissed, but I'm like, bruv, I don't send your papa. I told her, I asked her, where do you see yourself in the next 2 years?
Okay.
And what kind of guy would you like to date? She said, she wants the baby girl treatment. She wants to be taken care of. She wants a guy who would buy her whatever she wants and fly her wherever she wants to go to. She would give the guy love and affection and blah, blah, blah. And I said, do you realize that you cannot be on the same table with a guy who earns at least 2 million every month? And she says, why would I say such a thing? I said, but what do you have? Do you have mental capacity to carry discussions that are beneficial to him? Do you think you can even if he wanted to just keep you as a side piece, do you think you can keep him?
Gen Z will say, I'm the table.
No, sweetheart, you may be the table, but you're a plastic table. You
Excuse me.
You cannot. You have to be. You think those girls who are on Dangote, who are being flown abroad by Dangote and are the ones that they have the audacity, the audacious to post Dangote's bomb outside? You think those girls are cheap minds? That's what I asked her. I said, do you think that these people who have psychic, these billionaires who have psychic, do you think that they are psychics? Those are masters holders. Let's not even go far. Here in Nigeria, here, this Oni that has how many wives?
Yeah.
Have you seen the caliber of women he's married? These are not children. Masters holders. Some of them are already millionaires. They earn good money. You do not expect. The proverb that says, there's this Nigerian proverb, he says a child that has washed his hand well can sit with elders. You have not washed your hand. Sir, you are not even dressed up for the table. You were not invited. So how the hell do you intend to sit down with this kind of people? Why do you think that girls go and do bum-bums and wear wigs, really expensive wigs to look good? Do you think they are children? But you see, it has grown beyond just your looks. It is your mental capacity. A lot of girls are going back to school. Some of them are going abroad to school.
Yeah.
This thing is value. Garbage in, garbage out. You are what you attract.
That's true.
You may have a very lovely mentality. You may have a very solid mental capacity, but you are dressed like trash, man. Do you think that somebody will just see you on the road and know that sense is in your head? You may be a 17-year-old and think like a 35 or 32-year-old. It's okay, but those standards, can you even do it for yourself? Can you do half of that for yourself?
True.
If a guy walks up to you now and tells you, or maybe you are in a relation with a guy and maybe you ask, oh babe, I saw this phone, I really like this phone. And then he tells you, I'm not getting it for you. Can you tell him fuck off and buy it by yourself?
You see this kind of things now. You see this kind of things now, has brought up like topic as annoying. I call it very annoying because every time I see this topic come up on social media, every time it trends on Twitter, I find it really, really annoying. The fact that a guy would take a man would take a woman to a date out for a date, and then they start talking about who is going to pay the bills, if the bills is to be splitted, or what a man's responsibility is as a man to pay bills. Like those kind of conversations, I just look at it like, are these people really, do they even mean what they are saying? Because sometimes I just feel that this thing that they are saying should just be jokes, it should just be like normal social media
bands.
Some
of them mean it, I'm telling you. Some of them, see, the things that most of these children have learned is from social media.
Exactly.
And it's not about learning. It's learning the wrong thing from the wrong place. It's a childish mentality, because I do not understand why you as the man, you don't know what you want. Why are you going back and forth with who is going to pay the bills and what? If you want a woman to pay to split bills with you, then go and get somebody who also is working. You do not expect that you go and date a university girl who is in her second year to come and be splitting bills with you. What are you doing? Who are you joking with? The other one was, I read the one post, I think that was yesterday or so. He was complaining that he was dating a university girl like that. He said, okay, since she's not working, begin at 30,000 every month. The girl is complaining that the 30K is not enough. Okay, he upgraded it to 50K. She's complaining that 50K is not. I said, give her your salary now.
Abina.
Give her your salary so that you calm down. She's a taker.
Yes.
That's what she knows how to do. To take. Those kind of people, even if you get married today, tomorrow, you open a business, you bring it down in 3 months.
Exactly.
It's not 1 month. Because she does not know what to do with it. You cannot be expecting perfection, or you cannot be expecting hard work from somebody who does not like work.
That's true.
But it's because we like big bumper and big breasts.
Exactly. That is the
when the girl who pairs with you, who should be the worker, does not have time to go and be working to get big bum and big breasts.
You've broken a very big table like this. I think almost all the Nigerian men are on this table. This is what you just said now, because that's so bad. Because when we want to define attraction, that is where we start from, basically, and that has been our problem since the days of our ancestors.
I can't even blame you on men. I can't blame you on men. It's just quite sad that if you are standing in a room of 10 girls, out of that 10, like 7 of them no get mental capacity, we can sense, and they have big bumper, and they have breasts, they have iPhones and that trash. So basically,
Bina.
And where should you go to? To Brazil to go and look for the perfect woman? I can't even blame you. I can't blame you. At the same time, I will blame a lot of other things around. I'll blame you people, and I won't blame you people. It's a mixed situation. I won't blame you people because parenting has died. Not just parenting, premium upbringing has died.
In what sense? In what sense?
In the sense that parents then, I came from a home where my father taught me that I am enough. Basically, a man coming to help or assist is just a sprinkle on the icing. Do you want the house? Go and get the house. Do you want a car? Go and get the car. If a man decides to buy that for you, oh wow, so such benevolence, thank you. But it has died now.
Yeah, sure, that's true.
Died.
Very true.
A lot of mothers, you'll be very surprised. A lot of mothers have begun to see that, oh, I have a beautiful daughter. And men like beauty. They like what they see. So instead of investing in this girl's capacity, what does she know how to do well? Does she read well? Does she write well? Is she an accounting person? Does she have an accounts head? What does she do? What can she do? Instead of that, they invest in the looks. That's why we wake up on social media and we are seeing a child of that's not even up to 3 years with 350k frontal wig on her head. And you expect that child to grow up and see herself more than that?
There was one I saw the other day on Instagram when she went for her graduation. Was it a graduation or something? I'm not even sure that girl is up to like 2 years old. If you see the kind of makeup this girl wore, if you see the kind of nails she fixed, like it was crazy.
Parents wanting to make their children more beautiful or enhance beauty. Oh my goodness, there's nothing wrong with that. You need to see the competition in these schools and trying to make your daughter will have low self-esteem if you don't do some certain things. I'm telling you, it's not easy what parents are going through. I can't blame them either.
Yeah.
But my point is, while it is work. Parenting is hard work. And it is not the mother's job alone.
Exactly.
It is dual.
Exactly.
That's why God made the man and the woman. That's why a woman cannot produce a child or cannot give birth to a child without a man or at least a sperm. It is supposed to be a dual work. Do not leave the work alone for one person. That's why we have children of nowadays that just feel like, oh, I can buy my way through school and all of that. And they can. They can. But it is values. Benji, you didn't grow up not knowing the value of hard work. Not just hard work, the value of work.
Yeah.
Whether it's soft work or hard work, the value of work.
Yeah.
We grew up to see our parents get that value. Our parents introduced us to that value. That is why there were many people who, before they even went to university, had a trade or a skill.
Yeah, exactly.
Check out our time of the university. Out of how many of those students in school, if you check and well, most of them, if you ask them, they had one trade or one skill. During the time when there was break, the school was empty because people went back to go back to their trade.
Their trade, yeah.
Many Benji, University of Uyo, most people that were in schools were paying their school fees by themselves, not their parents.
True.
Because they know the value of work and they finished. You don't see them walking around empty heads. No, it's value. But what you do not groom when you cannot plant water leaf and harvest. But we keep forgetting this. So the best thing I actually just say is, people should stop having, especially guys. Yeah. People should stop having expectations in the wrong places. It's not. People are not willing to put in the work and then they later come and start blaming social media. They leave social media, they are giving me joy.
At this point, I don't think I'm one of those shows that will be posting those things. No, I'll be looking out for your username anytime they post anything or anytime something is trending. I'll be looking out for you.
I do that. I have made money from social media.
Yeah, no, that. We know. They see your work everywhere. We know.
I have made money from social media. I have also lost money in social media. Yes, now I have met good people. From social media.
You, Veronica, how did you lose money? Did they scam you?
I'm telling you.
Did they scam you?
My dear, if this scam, let me hear something. And I thought that guy do Yahoo Plus. I swear. I did the transfer, sharp service, shock me. I'm a laundry person. I love lingerie.
Yeah.
So I just saw a post. It was just what I've been looking for. And I was like, okay, I think that period I was in Lagos for a bit. And I said, oh, I'm even in Lagos. I can just pick it up and then travel back.
Go back, yeah.
Fantastic gift. The guy was even willing to give me, oh, your girl. I saw them say, oh, your girl. And they bam, immediately. I transfer money via. That's what they say, block me. I initially I thought it was network. I said, give up. You see, shake it.
It was network.
Come on, it's liver. I cried that day. I cried when we come. My blood was not flowing again. My hard-earned money that I suffer for.
They did welcome to Lagos for you.
Oh no, it was all funny at the time. But it's all good. People should. Social media is social media, and they will never come down.
Yeah, that's true.
Because for every content that is put out, it is everybody. I mean, all you touch one hand, it will mess up the whole hand. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, all you touch one finger, it mess up the whole hand. Everybody is gaining from social media.
Exactly.
Everybody is gaining from social media. You are either gaining social capital or you are gaining whatever.
True. I agree with you. All right, so I'm going to ask you this last question. I think we're going to be rounding up with this, and you've said quite a lot that I think that everybody should actually learn from, especially all these upcomings, all these Gen Zs. They're actually my problem. They are my headache because they are spoiling everything for me. I don't even know what is wrong with those people.
My dear, before now, you people could say, "Oh, I'm 40, I'm dating 90." Now, I know you try that kind of thing.
Oh, well, at all, no, we have seen the lights.
Go date,
We have seen, and funny enough, nowadays, you see a lot of young guys that are actually looking for like older women. And I think I've actually experienced something like that. Because I think there is this, I don't know if I'll call it peace, or I don't just know how to describe it. No, like, I don't know how I'm going to describe it. Because
okay, now that one I understand maturity. Yeah.
Because there's this, I don't know. Probably I'm going to get someone else to come and describe this whole thing for me. Because it's like dating like an older woman. It's, she knows everything. Like, she knows what she wants. You don't have to guess. She tells you what she wants or what is happening or what you need to fix directly. She's not playing games. And I think that's game thing. She's not doing all those mind game stuff. And I think that's exactly where they get all of us, because we have to deal with this under 20, these 23-year-olds that like to play games that are not even sure of what they want.
No, it's not easy. But it's well with you. It's well with you.
So, how long do you think? I don't know if you tell me from your own experience, if you want to say from your own experience, but how long do you think dating should last for before a guy can pop the question?
Mommy, I don't know.
You cannot tell me you don't do. You said you don't do.
I cannot see. Let me see, I have seen Shiggy with my life. I've seen the man they call Shiggy. It's not really.
But you, Veronica, now okay. Let's say, are you in a relationship now?
No, single, very single. Been out of dating for like a year plus now.
Oh wow, same with me, but longer. So let's say now, let's say you get into a relationship now. Like, how long would you want to date the person before? Because I'm sure you already have it in mind when you want to settle down and all of that. Even if it didn't go as planned, because it seems like everybody wanted to.
All of that.
Yeah?
Let me tell you something. There's something you said that made me laugh. You said, I have it in mind. The time to have it in mind.
Exactly, that's what I wanted to say. Everybody wanted to get married at the age of 25.
At 25, I said 23, bro.
20.
That's why when I was working my ass out in FNZ, what did people think I was working because I wanted to work? I had a plan and a plan that life. I'm telling you.
Wow.
No.
So it didn't work out. Wow.
See, I understand that people had plans.
Yeah, sure. Everybody.
I started working from when I was like, 16? I got into broadcast at a very young age. I'll be born and I'll get married.
And you have like 2 children.
Oh no, children were not in the plan initially. I won't lie.
I see.
I want to enjoy my life.
You are a very stingy person. You are a very greedy person. So you want to you want to shy.
I spoke to my friend, right? She's been with like 2 years or like a year or so. And last year we were talking about this whole relationship topic before she got into a relationship. Last year ended. And she said, yes, so my dear, God did.
God
Long
did.
story. For her, God did. And she said, I was telling her, I was like, from next year, that's this year, I would be open to meaningful relationships. Last year I wasn't. I didn't give to health. But this year I said, well, even though I do not even like this human being, let me
you are part of our problem. You are part of our problem. How can you okay, so that you go out, let's say you go out with the person, that the person gets really, really deep into you and all of that, and then the person actually starts confessing his love and everything, and you know deep down, this person.
Let me clear that part here. When I said, even though I don't like the person, I have this side of me that I can already scale the kind of person you are, and I may just tell myself, now wow, I'm not sure if I like this person.
Okay.
I restricted myself a lot, but this year I said, I'm not going to judge the book by the cover. Okay. I'm not going to also judge the book by what I think.
Okay.
I'm going with the whole idea of everybody is stupid until proven otherwise.
I like that.
So until you show me, until you prove to me that truly, when I say you are stupid, you don't have sex. Truly, you don't have sex. Then it's it. And you will be you will know that I've entered one just. You are the one that we know, except you do not know emotional intelligence. You can't read the room.
Yeah.
But you go know, say this chick do they into me. That's what it is. So that's my point. So on the part of how long. Yeah,
how long would you want to do the whole discovery thing?
It ends up with what do you want? To me, yeah. I usually say it, and it's still same with me right now.
Yeah.
If I get married tomorrow, I know one picking. Don't expect I'll come and give birth to children in the next 3 years.
But you are greedy, you know.
Is it family?
But what if the person? What if the person wants?
You will know. So if it's not okay with you, Cyrus. The last relationship I had before I left her, he was very much aware. And I keep saying it. Do not also go and paint a different picture to your family. If your family wants a birth, if they want children in 9 months after you people marry, don't begin to tell them, don't worry, we'll see, you know. Tell them, mommy, daddy, we will not born children for you next 2 years. Don't come and start pressuring us. Seriously, tell them, because the truth is, there is a certain life I want for myself. I want us to normalize that we are married, number one. Number two, I want us to have to even go as far as reading books, doing proper research
about parenting.
For the kind of children, about parenting. I had a neighbor growing up who already knew the names of the children, he and the wife. They've been already named the children before they born them, before they even started conceiving. It was all planned out. God does not, he is spontaneous, yes, but there is a plan to everybody's life.
Yeah.
You do not expect that me, as a child of God, I'll be moving my life like that.
At all.
Without a plan. No, sir. Sir, I would like to have children at least 2 years out. I knew a friend of mine who was married. She's a lawyer. She was an HR at the station I worked at for a period of time. The woman was married to her husband 5 years, no child. And this wasn't because they were looking at the DC lie. She was on birth control. It was she and her husband that agreed. She was working. When she got to the part where she and her husband agreed to have a child together, she resigned.
Wow.
She resigned. It was in the plan. She resigned. She went off birth control. They went and they did massive research. They If you see the family now, you know that this family, they are not just walking around and they just anytime we belle enter, we born is a lie, sir. Because the truth is, you do not know what will happen in the next 2 years. I do not want to my father did not bring me into this world unplanned, sir. Like say my partner died, he should go out the sinner for not this year. Do you get? There is a plan. People should understand that. And if I am dating tomorrow again, and I tell the guy that it is not that with no, if I marry you, as I dey marry you, so the first snack I give you belle.
Junior, they come as soon as they go on honeymoon. Junior is coming. Okay, then Stephanie is preparing on her way.
Yeah. We will talk about it. We will talk about it. We'll agree. In short, as me and you they won't talk about ourselves, we are also looking at other options that work for my body. For birth control.
Yes, that's true.
My ex-boyfriend, we went as far as discussing things like that. So this is not a matter of okay, fine, I've agreed. They have agreed. What are you doing to make it possible? And people get married. It all depends on this. People can date for 4 years and not get married. I know people that have dated for 7 years and not married. I mean, come on. It didn't happen. It's sad, but it is what it is. But
then again, don't you think?
Yeah, go on.
Then don't you think another part of the problem is letting women decide everything? Because on the part of deciding when to ask the women to marry us and all of that, it's almost as if you guys are giving us all the power. Because now because now everything is on our shoulders now. The whole decision of when to ask a woman to marry you and all of that. Because you women will not be on one side, just sitting there, sitting pretty, waiting for when your boyfriend is going to ask you to marry him. And then yes, now that is what you guys are doing. You are waiting. It's almost as if you guys don't have a plan. Like, at this point in my life, at least I should have moved on to another level or to another step of my life. And
see why I said the both sides have to have this discussion. See why I said that. If I start personally I did one, we have a discussion. Or the moment you even broach the subject of I'm into you, right? Or I like you and I'd like to be in a relationship with you. I tell you, see, this question I'm about to ask is not to force your hand to get married to me. Know this, sir, that I am not after your marriage. If it comes, glory to God. But if it doesn't come, sir, I am not in pursuit of it. My mother has endorsed my singlehood, so you are the least of my problems. I will tell you, I'm asking so that I know what I am doing with my life. This relationship, do you intend to switch this to marriage in the next 2 years, in the next 1 year? And you say, oh, yes, I'm interested that. If I want that, I will tell you, this relationship that you are broaching, sir, let me tell you, sir, I intend to get married in the next 2 years, sir. In the next 1 year, I want to be a married woman who knows what she wants. Sir, this is what I want. Is this what you want, sir? Because you broached the subject of relationship, and I tell you, oh, that's fine. I think I'm into you. I think this could be a thing. But I want to understand, do you want this to be this or that? Because this is what I want. The problem is, most girls don't say that because they are scared. There is that fear there. We've watched videos of guys who come and say, once you begin to ask a guy, he begins to feel pressure. Who they pressure you? You get? There are mothers everywhere who are beginning to open up to more things and pressuring their children into getting married. So if I ask you as a guy that I would like to understand where this is, I will clear you, it is not because I am desperate. I am not. It is because, I've been single. It is because I need to know if our goals are aligning. People are crying on heartbreak because they are with people whose goals are not aligning.
Exactly.
They want to get married in the next 3 years. There are girls too who don't want to get married. My friend not be wish they be that she threw the ring to her boyfriend. Said, I told you from the beginning, I don't want to get married. I have a modeling career I am building. I'm a stylist. I do not want to get married in the next 4 years. She told the guy, but the guy felt like, every girl who is at a certain delivery she will collect. And he rejected it. And he was crying and said, women has come. I said, sir, you are a liar. She's not come. She told you. But you decided to go and get your heart broken because you were hoping that love will lead. Love leads where? To my bank account. It's not leading. People are growing away from these norms that are confining us.
Yeah.
So people, see, the best I would say is men should not tag women who ask these questions as desperate. Women also should not be ashamed to ask these questions. If he sees you as desperate, that's his business, a fuck boy. Because somebody wants to actually settle down will see that as an important question.
Exactly.
We'll see it as an important question. My sis is your nine is my sis. That's what it is. So for me, as I did like this, anybody who marry me, may just know say I know about picking for her.
But wait, so they, like so like this, you cannot even change your mind. You cannot even you cannot compromise.
For 3 years.
You can
3 years. I'm compromising to 2 years.
Anyway.
Right.
but you can get to this love is very powerful. Don't underestimate the power of
Of course
love.
it is, right? Yes,
You can
enjoy that. I want to enjoy that. I want to enjoy my life. I swear.
That's in the process of enjoying your life.
My biggest
Yeah.
is marry something.
Yeah.
Children.
You are one of my other friends. You guys are just afraid. I don't know why you guys are scared.
My God. First off, the process that leads to childbirth.
Yeah, I
9
know.
months.
That is
everybody.
every woman's fear actually.
That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, the world we are in now is not like before. Things have changed.
Yeah.
Before now, our parents had only their school and television to fight with their children.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Social media.
A lot.
Dealing with school. The other day, this guy, Williams Uchemba said, even abroad, you think that you send your child to the best school. They will use that recess time and be teaching your child that the child is non-binary.
Exactly.
But you are paying millions. So there's too much to struggle with. To just dive into parenting. It has to be intentional. It's not a matter of, baby, we're pregnant. And you're like, it's even a surprise to you.
Like Nollywood.
You understand? Like, oh my God, are you serious? Oh, we thank God. Oh, yeah, now. So what are we going to do? We're not going to start by saying lies, sir.
No.
It has to be thought of. Let us know where school wanna send our children. How do we want to raise our child?
Yeah.
Do we want to be quiet in front of the PK? Are you okay with me? Are you kissing in front of our child? People don't have these discussions.
Exactly. Thank you so very, very, very much for discussing this topic with me. This was a very, very lovely and very interesting conversation. I mean, I wish we could be talking like this every day. But since you are a very busy woman and you have a lot to do and you are not always picking my calls.
Hey, baby, you go around lying.
Yeah, I know you will shout.
But thank you for having me today.
Yeah. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bata, box.